Life is a tragedy for those who feel, and a comedy for those who think. Nothing resembles today so much as tomorrow. If poverty is the mother of all crimes, lack of intelligence is their father. The opera is obviously the first draft of a fine spectacle. It suggests the idea of one. It is a fool's privilege to laugh at an intelligent man. In the world, there are only two ways of raising one's self, either by one's own industry, or by the weakness of others. False modesty is the last refinement of vanity. It is no more in our power to love always, than it was not to love at all. A man who parades his piety is one who, under an atheist king, would be an atheist. Sudden love takes the longest time to be cured. There is no excess in the world so commendable as excessive gratitude. Among some people, arrogance supplies the place of grandeur, inhumanity of decision, and roguery of intelligence. The sweetest music is the sound of the voice of the woman we love. There is a pleasure in meeting the glance of a person whom we have lately laid under some obligations. We perceive when love begins, and when it declines by our perplexity when alone. He must be a dull fellow indeed, whom neither love, malice, nor necessity can inspire with wit. A man must be completely wanting in intelligence, if he does not show it when actuated by love, malice, or necessity. Marriage, it seems, confines every man to his proper rank. Banter is often a proof of want of intelligence. To how many girls has a great beauty been of no other use but to make them expect a large fortune? When we lavish our money, we rob our air; when we merely save it, we rob ourselves. He who will not listen to any advice, nor be corrected in his writings, is a rank pedant. Profound ignorance makes a man dogmatical. If life be wretched, it is hard to bear it; if it be happy, it is horrible to lose it. Both come to the same thing. The same principle leads us to neglect a man of merit that induces us to admire a fool. A man must be very inert to have no character at all. The favor of princes does not preclude the existence of merit, and yet does not prove that it exists. The fear of old age disturbs us, yet we are not certain of becoming old. To speak and to offend is, with some people, but one and the same thing. Nothing keeps longer than a middling fortune, and nothing melts away sooner than a large one. We come too late to say anything which has not been said already. It is better to expose ourselves to ingratitude than to neglect our duty to the distressed. Those who make the worst use of their time are the first to complain of its brevity. There is nothing men are so anxious to keep, and yet are so careless about, as life. It is the glory and the merit of some men to write well, and of others not to write at all. Making a book is a craft, like making a clock. It needs more than native wit to be an author. Anything is a temptation to those who dread it. Two persons will not be friends long, if they are not inclined to pardon each other's little failings. To express truth is to write naturally, forcibly, and delicately. Modesty is to merit what shade is to figures in a picture. It gives it strength, and makes it stand out. We confide our secret to a friend, but in love it escapes us.